Welcome everyone. Today, I will be covering all the clues you missed in Squid Game. Without wasting any time, let's get started with the first one. The staircase of Squid Game. It might look familiar to most of the people since it is a famous piece of art, the Escher's relativity. It depicts a world in which the normal laws of gravity do not apply. Just like in Squid Game, the laws of modern world stopped applying, the players escape their debts collectors and everything in the past, focusing on the only main thing, the Squid Game. They could kill any player and not face the consequences of the laws. Quite oppositely, they would get rewarded by getting more money if they won the game. Before the second clue, I would like to mention that if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe. It will bring you the newest takes, missed moments, explained ending and many more interesting videos from Top Show channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into the second clue. The deaths of some players in Squid Game were foreshadowed by previous events. The circumstances were so alike that it could not possibly be just a coincidence. Jang Deok, when going back to the first episodes of Squid Game, as he ran away from the approaching mob of bandits, Deok stabbed someone who was a criminal friend of his, and later on jumped off a bridge to safety. This did not get away without any consequences. He was later betrayed by his own friend player 212. She made him fall off a bridge, resulting in his death, or as some people would say, backstabbed. Sang-woo. After realizing how bad his life was, how much debt and what a disgrace he was, he had no point to live. He had nothing, and just wanted to die. He tried to kill himself in a hot tub. However, this did not happen until the final episode of the series, when Sang-woo really killed himself with a knife during the final game. Ali, or known as a player 199. The most sad and tragic character in the show. After being underpaid for months of hard work, in the extreme conditions of his work, in the extreme poverty, he had enough. Ali grabbed an envelope full of cash from his boss and ran away. This later turned out to be the same way how he would die. During the fourth game, his marbles were stolen by Sang-woo, and going by the rules, the player who had no marbles left had to die. When Sae Byok is negotiating with a human smuggler to ensure her mother's safe passage out of North Korea, she senses she's being used as a pawn, and she threatens the smuggler with a knife to the throat. Despite the fact that she was already bleeding to death from the glass bridge challenge's explosion, she was finally killed when Ji-hun left her side to seek medical help, her throat being sliced by Sang-woo's knife. The bunker beds revealed the future games. We can't see much past the stacked mattresses at first, as the bunker is filled with the candidates' beds. However, there are markings on the wall that can be seen through the bars, and they aren't just for show. That's correct, as the walls gradually disclose themselves to us and the contestants, they also appear to reveal the nature of the next games. We see simple stick figure drawings of the games that would soon be played, such as red light, green light, honeycomb, tug of war, glass hopping, 3 at the table, and Squid Game. All the clues that hinted Old Man being the host of Squid Game. Player 001 is his name. As we discover early in Squid Game, each player's number is determined by the order in which they were chosen for the game, which means Nam was chosen first. We never learn anything about his circumstances regarding how we found him in the games, even though the other 455 participants are all younger and have financial troubles. The dead bodies, or the robot, don't bother him. While the other 455 contestants were terrified when the gigantic robot began firing at anyone who moved when she yelled red light, Nam remained undeterred, gleefully smiling and moving between the dead bodies to reach the finish line. Nam was the one who put an end to the disturbances. Many contestants were assassinated by Jang Deok and his cronies when things became ugly between the games. While the front man and the workers stood by and watched, Nam must have realized he would be easy prey because he was old and frail. The front man chose to stop the riots only after climbing to the top of the beds and pleading that he was so afraid, knowing that the creator of the games was in genuine danger and couldn't have been easily protected. Because he designed it, OIL Nam recognized the Marvel's round set. In the final round, this character's illness and dementia is most apparent. Instead of playing marbles with Ji Hun, he wanders around the set, remarking on how the roads reminded him of where he used to live. But it's no surprise that the set appears so familiar to him, given that he was one of the game's founders and so had a hand in its design. If you look closely, there are more hints in this round. The series of forms found on the property OIL Nam claims to be his are the same shapes found on the business cards, implying a connection between the characters. Il Nam came to watch the rest of Squid Game being a VIP. During episode 7, we see Squid Game's creator, the one to whom the figure in the black mask reports for the first time. His face is hidden under a glittering animal mask, but if you look closely, you may see a strand of Il Nam's hair peeking out behind the gold. We also get a glance at his hand in the image where he removes the mask, and you can tell he's an older man based on his wrinkles. When you put those photos together with the fact that our first glimpse of him comes right after IL death, Nam's things start to make sense. And when you sum together all of the clues on this list, it starts to feel like the answer was right under our noses the whole time. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. It will bring you the newest takes, missed moments, explained ending, and many more interesting videos from Top Show channel.